All right. Oops.
Is my turn over?
No, sorry. That was an accident click. Yeah, no one notices you. You successfully sneak up closer. What else do you do, sir?
Hold on.
The Minotaur is 15 feet. Oh, nice. You're doing something fancy.
I did not mean to do that. I don't know how I did that.
Oh, that's okay. You have the spell selection selected, I guess. I'm imagining. Whoops. Oh man, I just killed you. I don't know what I did. I got you. I'll bring you back, I promise. But yeah, I don't know what you did. I don't even know how to get rid of that.
I don't either.
You're magical. It's okay. It'll go away at some point once I figure it out.
I apologize.
No, you're good. This happens. It's part of the game. Pull your character back first. That's more important. All right. Boom. Yeah, here. 15 feet away. There we go. So what would you like to do? You are unseen by any of the party ahead, and you are aware of this.
Is Dagger of Venom already coated in poison? Or
It's an action. You say the spell word, and it activates. Ignore that. Fixing your
character. So I'd have to do that as an action.
Let me see if it's a bonus for how you activate it real quick. No, it is an action, and it remains for 1 minute. So it's something you would activate in the middle of a fight when you're not next to an enemy or before going into a fight. But you can
How do I
do
that in the game, or do I just tell you that's what I'm doing?
You just declare it, and then when you roll with the weapon and you hit, there'll be a versatile button to roll that damage separately.
Okay. I want to coat my dagger in poison.
Okay. So you usually get to choose your own command word for it. What would be the word you whisper to your dagger to activate this venom?
In venom.
That's what you say, in venom?
Sure, why not?
All right. As you say, in venom, the blade begins to excrete this black, pungent, vile goo. For 1 minute. It's alive and ready. Anything else, or do you hold the rest of your turn? Well, technically, you have a bonus action if there's anything you got that comes to mind.
I think I feel for these adventurers a little bit. I feel a twinge of something for once. I'm going to attack.
All right.
I want to throw the dagger.
Okay, yeah, we'll use that as your bonus action. With that, you will fuck that sucker. Go ahead and roll the attack with the dagger.
How do I do that?
So you can, to make things easier in the long run, you have a macro bar on the very bottom, the 1, 2, 3, etc. You can click and drag the skill in there, and as long as your token's clicked and has the item and you click that, it'll just automatically pop into the chat for you. Or you go into your menu and click Dagger of Venom, and it should come up in the inventory or in the chat menu like so. But you can go ahead and do it now.
I just click the Dagger of Venom, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then you click the attack button in the chat.
Okay, and I just add the 2d6 to it?
No, you don't have to worry about any of that yet. You have to hit first, but that'll apply on its own. So first roll that to attack. It's a 25. You chuck. It screams out, and now you would do other formula because you now affected it with the effects of the poison.
How do I add other formula?
You just click on the button that's other formula in the chat. There you go. As the dagger sits into his body, you see this ichor kind of inject itself into whatever marrow is available. As you see the bones, like radiation of positive enlargement, heal the Minotaur. Your dagger lays. Well, let me see if you get the dagger back magically, or if it's now stuck in it until you get it back. 1 second. Oh yeah, that shit's over there. You better go get it, buddy. The dagger's stuck in its back, and it is activating as a now health injection because it is immune to poison.
Do I
We learn.
go get it?
Nope, not yet. You gotta hold your turn. But you absolutely can next turn if you want your item back. Sasha witnesses a little dagger. And it seems to help him.
I can throw the dagger with him, or?
Yeah, you can.
Sasha can throw Sasha's dagger.
It is what I mean. Yeah.
Then it's gone.
Yeah.
Then it's gone.
Yeah.
Let's get it back.
No.
Wait,
That's
what's
sad.
gone?
The dagger. Well, it's wherever it lands.
Oh
It's
yeah,
automatically
yeah.
on a returning
Yeah,
dagger.
yeah. Well, oh, so
That sounds right.
I'll say Sasha has one more. He came sort of prepared.
Okay, yeah, I tried to throw the dagger.
All right, Sasha is not one to care about ammo quantity and just go ahead and give me a check. Orston, I did not announce that because you would only be healing me more, but you're totally okay if you want to heal him.
If I want to heal them?
Because the nature of the blade does poison damage. All of it is poison damage. So the 3d6 would be poison damage included. So that would be healing them if you want to, and I mean that'd be fine because technically it would work. But I'd assume wouldn't want to aid the enemy.
No, I'm not aiming to aid the enemy. I only thought they were immune to the poison. I didn't.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't know it
naturally
healed them.
you wouldn't know that, but now you found out. You're welcome. We learn in the most hardest of ways. You'll never know those things going into combat. That's the surprises for me to give to you. I'm sure no one expected it. Sasha, he chucks it. Can he do what the others have done before him? Can this verbene continue? It falls on target. Sasha does some damage. 5. The blade sticks. Now it has 2 blades. One is animated with this black ichor of ooh and goo, covering it in this mystique. And the other is just another very sharp dagger stuck into its bone. Anything else for Sasha? The verbene master, the expert knife thrower.
With his term, Ellie. Can she reach to the skeleton minotaur, or is the minotaur too far away?
She can reach it.
Okay, then she's.
The minotaur is considered huge, so Mrs. Riley can absolutely reach it. Oh yeah, and Wrath will take an attack after Miss Ellie because his whole action was when it would approach.
Come on, Ellie.
Ooh, Miss Ellie throws herself up. The claws go right through the rib section like a perfect slice. If only there was flesh there. You know, she's like, "Where's the meat?" As she complains to you, Hazel, and she goes in for a bite. Give it to me.
That's all?
Oh no, she doesn't have multi-attack?
That multi-attack.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, that's all. Never mind. She's disappointed. I'm okay with that. Shut down by self-annihilation.
No,
And she's right back at it. This time, she can do that. She's like, a bone? Now that's what I'm talking about. And she starts wailing it around, doing 8 points of damage. He starts like elbowing Miss Ellie to try to like get her off until she finally lets go. So they yell and roar at one another. Anything else, Miss Ellie?
No. That's all.
Feels.
Oh, you said Wrath was going to do something?
Oh, you heard that? Rascal.
I heard that.
He's gonna do Lance. He's gonna shank it. As he goes for a skewer maneuver, he's like, I got this, guys. as he misses and stabs Miss Ellie. I don't know why he does this every time. Every time. He's like, Miss Ellie goes in for the bite at the same time, and he like gets her on the shin, and she's like, as she's like gnawing on the bone, trying to enjoy a little piece of life. As
At least it's a 1.
Rat does 4 damage. Or Miss Ellie. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, see, he shouldn't have done it. Pills. You see, just failure before you.
I will.
And
I'll raise my
you
hand
do
up
notice
like-
that there's an extra dagger in its body that did not come from your team's direction.
All right. Maybe I noticed. I probably don't. Let's be honest. I raise my hand up like I'm gonna Eldritch Blast, but as the blast comes out, the kind of earthen bolt that comes out kind of surrounds by fire, and 2 more bolts come out after it. I will Scorching Ray the Minotaur. When I leveled up.
Whew, the Furies of Flame. Wait, that looked like a 20. Am I tripping? Dang, dang, dang. You gotta choose L or Wrath. Who are you hitting?
All right, choose between who?
Wrath or Miss Ellie. I guess you could hit Sasha too, technically, there in front of you.
I'm definitely not hitting the mouse. I guess I will hit Wrath.
Okay. Unbeknownst to us, so as 2 go over the shoulder and hit the Minotaur. The fire is engulfed. And then 1. Wrath is like, oh, as his back starts catching a flame, and Sasha and team start going to pat him out. As the initial 17 goes to the Minotaur.
1 Genie's Wrath.
19 goes to the Minotaur.
2 Hex hits, because they're separate attack
Got it.
rolls.
-5 for the mark.
Do you want me to roll damage against Wrath?
Yeah, of course.
There's no Hex against Wrath. Because he's not hexed.
All right. You take 6 points of damage. Ah! He doesn't say anything. He's just standing there taking it. He's a good guy.
Fire damage, if that matters at all.
It does not. I checked. You know what it does do? It dries up the bones for a good bone meal later.
Alright, alright. That'll do it for Bill. Bill's been done.
You got it. Wrath. He's like, ugh, sorry guys. I got it this time. Just had to balance this. And he thinks again, going for the kebab skewer. Just going against the edge of his blade against the other of the hammer of the axe. Missing. Ah, does he have multi-attack? Let's see. It's a pretty basic dude, huh? I don't see multi-attack, so we're gonna say no. Right. He is going to hold ground. Huh?
Not until level 5.
Ah, he's almost there. Miss Hazel, can you give me a perception check, please?
Mm-hmm.
No, you know what? Survival. At advantage. Oof. Sadie, huh? Huh. None the wiser.
Hazel
You do.
try to cast Mage Hand to pull out this dagger from the skeleton, the poison dagger.
So, sorry, say that again? You want to shoot at the poison dagger?
No, with the Mage Hand, I want to cast Mage
Oh,
Hand.
got it. Okay.
And- That with the Mage Hand, I get this dagger out.
Give me a strength check using your modifier. Spellcasting.
Using the spellcasting modifier?
Yeah, for Mage Hand.
Hmm. So it would be a wisdom. Well, modifier would be. Is it just wisdom or is it wisdom plus proficiency?
You do plus proficiency because that's. I mean, unless they're not proficient. But that
Can you
would...
go to your spell? I think it's this
Yeah,
one.
just go to your spell tab and
You
take
have
that.
your-
1 second, I'm gonna grab my charger.
The wrong one. Here's Mage Hand.
No, but it doesn't have it on Mage Hand. Here. We'll ask him when he gets back whether he wants it to be like an attack roll, like a magic attack roll, or like a magic ability check. Because it could be 3 or it could be 5. If you get it, you should keep it.
What should I do?
I don't know. You have to pay for it. If you want your dagger back, you have to pay for it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
If I actually get it.
Yeah, and you're probably too nice to keep it anyways.
Right, because Hazel is nice.
All right. You guys hear me? Perfect. You guys can hear me?
While you were gone, we killed the Minotaur, and we leveled up.
Ah, I see. The magic of easy leveling. I love it.
We leveled up last time.
He doesn't remember. All right. As such. What's this? Boop, boop.
So what was the question we had?
Oh, so yeah. So is it spellcasting ability or is like an attack roll, like a spellcasting attack roll, or a spellcasting?
Yes, a spell attack. Well, an attack because it's trying to access the creature.
So just roll a d20 plus 5. So next to this, right, plus 5.
Oops, well, let me sell it.
It doesn't matter. It's a d20 plus 5.
Yeah.
All right. He goes about and, well, sorry, the Mage Hand goes past, and as it arrives, you see it kind of encompass around the dagger and pull. He cries out as the dagger gets pulled. It would take one more pull to get it out, but the effect of healing has been prevented as it is no longer deep enough to gain its benefit. The Mage Hand, it's not invisible, correct? So what color is it? What would you say?
Yellow.
Yellow. Okay. We haven't done a Mage Hand yet. Let me grab one.
There you go.
Okay, well, I'll make you a yellow one, but right now we got blue, green, purple, rainbow, and red.
What was the question? What?
I said I'll make you a. I said I'll make you a yellow one later, but right now I don't have that color immediately.
Make a purple one.
Purple, you got it.
Forgot your Swarmkeeper damage on your attack.
I didn't cast it because I
That's not a
can't.
cast. You just get
Ooh.
Swarmkeeper damage. Every time you attack, you either get a 1d6 damage, you can move yourself, or you can move the enemy. You choose one of those three.
Austin, you see this purple mage hand trying to steal your blade. You do not know who it belongs to.
Wait, it was
Hey.
yellow, right?
Well, we made it purple for this.
Oh, okay.
Instance. Yeah, it'll be yellow in the future. So you see a purple mage hand just literally just yanking your blade free. Hazel, is there anything else you do?
I can't really see any of that. I can only really see pills, like in color.
That's because you had dark vision on, but it's not your fault. That's just how the character imported. I fixed it. Now
Oh,
click on
thank
your
you, thank you.
Oh yeah, I also wanted to damage from it.
But you can't do it this turn.
Oh no, I forgot it now.
Only on your attacks.
Oh yeah, right, yeah. Never mind. Hazel is
Hazel's
done.
like, I got a crit, and now I want to retrograde on on the damage I missed. You know?
She's still hiding down there. She's
Anyways,
just like
you
moving
got
away
it.
from her.
Okay, Miss Hazel. Unbeknownst to you, due to very fail and poor checks, noises of little oddities were coming about this little cliff here down to your south. Unbeknownst to you until now, did you know little thingies were coming?
No, what is
Because
this?
you didn't
Oh,
see it,
spider.
it's gonna bite you. A mold spider. You feel this immediate sting in your ankle as you're just like, ah, and as you take 1 point of damage. Doop. This little spider looks up at you and doesn't have practically any eyes. However, you look at it and you just see like it's like a spider with silverfish qualities. Let's put it that way so far. As you look around, you see that there are a few of them. Where there are a few, there are many, many, many more. You don't know what they are though, other than little spider things. Will the foe give me a survival check? Let's see if he notices them to warn anyone. You see Sasha and Martin, who's somewhere in here. They point toward Hazel in a frenzy. Did we establish a way for you guys to communicate with them yet, or no?
Not really.
Yeah, they
Just
point
kinda
in
weird.
Hazel's direction. So you're not quite sure, but you imagine there's something going on over there. Pills, I don't think you have. You barely have line of sight, so you don't quite see anything just yet yourself. And yeah, Will the foe, what does he do?
Is this? I guess I'll just move him here real quick. Is this spot right here? Is this like a good? Can he stand here? Is this like stable?
Totally. Yeah. He's small.
I'll move up here, and he will. What the hell was that?
Ignore those. It's like a bug. Every time I do anything in your guys' character folder, it like fake resets your guys' character. Something weird.
Okay. He'll come up here and he will take a couple swings at this Minotaur here with his spade dagger.
You got it. You swing. Ripping through 1, 2, 3 bones as the spade dagger comes and does a total of 5, 6 of 7 points of damage. And where you cut through, it doesn't seem as if the healing is in any initial rebirth.
Well,
Will just looks back at you and puts a thumbs up.
Well, for the divine, I guess you just roll it twice. I guess.
Correct. Nice. As he comes up, and where would you say he slashes this particular strike?
Let's be honest. He can probably only reach up to like the knee-ish area. Well, actually, it's in the water, so he's gonna try and reach up for like the neck face region if he can reach it.
Okay. I would say it has large arms and its wrists are swinging around. We'll say it gets like a good, high end of the forearm, but closer to the like wrists. As he
Yeah,
slashes
probably
through one of the hands holding the axe and just as it falls into the water, and he takes a whopping 15 points follow up. It begins to wane, and it creaks. It's barely hanging on by a thread. Will Dafoe is like sniffing the air and detects this, and its ears perk up and know it better move before it crushes it.
He will use his his what is it? What is it? Team tactics? What was that?
Strategy, team. Oh, his skill, his
Yeah, he'll use his team tactics for the bonus action help.
You got it.
And he will give it the all. And then he will actually move away back up here. Let's see what it does.
Wait, what is he trying to do?
He moves back up to this ledge.
Oh, you're trying to see whether or not it procs?
Well, he does the little bonus action help, the kind of trying to piss it off, and then he runs away back up the hill.
Let's see. I'm trying to see what this would have as a. Let's do an insight for him. The Verbene is tiny compared to the bigger threats in front of it. Due to its condition, it chooses to allow it to go, and more concerned with what's before it. Will Dafoe walks away like a champ, as he does a superhero stance of proudness. It is now the Minotaur. He has just one good hand with enough sharp, strained, broken, brittle bone to hurt somebody. And he goes for Miss Ellie because she bit him. And we're going to do a gore. As he throws his whole shoulder body into it as he goes to shove and push Miss Ellie. Miss Ellie just gets a scratch and a pierce across her side. Take aim. 13 points of damage. And she just... The large Minotaur cries out. Austin, what do you do as this magical arm is trying, or magical 5-finger discount is trying to steal your blade?
Does it still have a grip on my blade?
Mm-hmm.
I choose to fly over and grab it as I fly.
In silence, you hover by. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand.
Wow.
You fly by swiftly, quietly. Shink! You take it. You are now here, we'll say here, against the, not there, here, against the wall, just out of sight of all the immediate survivors outside of Wrath, who doesn't seem to notice you because he's a very single-minded, distracted individual. With that, what do you do in the shadows?
I want to use my crossbow.
You take aim at Wrath. You go to take this adventurer out once and for all. I mean, you fire out who?
The Minotaur.
Of course. You take aim at the largest threat in the room. Another piercing bolt from out of nowhere. Right through the neck, shattering its connection. Roll me some damage, Orston.
Am I in stealth? Is this a sneak attack?
Sure is.
How do I add sneak attack?
So when you go to roll the damage, a prompt comes up. In there, you can type in an additional plus 3d6.
Into formula or situation?
Into form the situation. And then normal. Very nice. As you do yet again, 21 follow up for 21 points of piercing damage. You see the disconnected skull from its neck area just fall like a massive anvil way through the rest of its body. Bone shattering everywhere. Water pelts just flying as many boulders of heavy-weighted bone and mass collide into its just running rapids. As debris and dust settles, an odd eerie silence of nothing but the water flow begins to break through. The Minotaur collapses. What was it?
What the fuck was that?
Hazel, you hear pills, but look at your feet. And there are many more. Orston, you do have a little bit of movement. You hear Pills' astonishing "ah." What do you do?
I want to use cunning action to hide for now.
Give me a stealth check. At advantage. You don't even need it. You disappear in plain sight. Meanwhile, Sasha, he sees, or he hears Hazel because Miss Allie's in the way, but definitely hears Hazel's "ah" from the fight. What would they do?
So I don't have any dagger anymore.
Ooh, actually, good point on that. It's a disaster down there. I mean, they could try to find it, but it would not be easy.
I mean, Hazel would have two, so I would just maybe. Sasha
You can
would
give her
just run over
Okay.
to Hazel and grab one.
Sasha runs up next to you, takes one off your satchel, as given previous permission, and does what with it? He is now armed with a dagger.
Try to stab the spiders.
Okay, goes to shank the spider before it. Go for it. Sasha slashes through. 17 hits. As it does, it pulls its blade right back and does the damage. Does 6 points. Like a little thing of just plume. It puffs up and disappears like a soot gremlin or a dust bunny. Sasha looks at his blade. No blood, no markers. Just a little bit of what could be considered lint. The spider is gone.
Are there more, or was this just one?
There are 2 more immediately. There's one here and one here.
Oh, I see.
Surprise attack!
No. He will run over to the next one and try to do the same again.
Okay. Again. The roll. This time, tries to go a little slower, as these spiders aren't fast. Just touches it. At minimal damage, even though you didn't mean to. But in perfect RP, Sasha just barely touches it. Just poofs off like a dust bunny in thin air. Gone. You see this one. It seems very alive. It bit you. It did 1 damage. But yet, upon contact, they just poof. One persists, and it's Miss Allie's turn. What does she do? Is it Rafiki?
She just jumps over Hazel.
Right through Hazel like they rehearsed this. And gives this little poor fungi spider the Rafiki treatment. And that misses! A 9 misses! Miss Ellie goes in, and this little poor dude is just like, just dodges out of the way as the first SWAT fails. Miss Ellie now has to resort to trying to eat this thing. Oh, I hope it tastes bad.
Oh my!
Miss Ellie bites Sasha on accident and constant ace. Jeez, you guys are totally lethal to yourselves today. Give me some damage. Sasha's just like, as it screams out in pain. For 7 points. He's like complaining that now he has like this wound and he's like gashing blood as he drags himself away from Miss Ellie. Like, all of them are just yelling like, what the heck? Pills. Anarchy is upon you.
I'm assuming Pills has noticed folks running over there. But to be honest, Pills is a little bit more concerned about what the fuck just happened to this big Minotaur that was in front of him.
Yeah.
So he kind of runs down here. I guess I have to run around.
As you run down, Wrath is just kind of like, I told you I'd take care of this. He takes the credit for it. It's like a big pile of debris.
I was watching up on the ledge. You didn't do shit. You attacked Ellie. I was watching you from above.
He's just like,
shit.
So, something hot hit me. Did you see what that was?
Something hot hit you? No, I didn't. I have no idea what that was.
You should be watching my back next time.
Can I see a spider or anything over here?
Absolutely. You see a tiny little dude right there. You're used to looking for small things. And as you see it, you know exactly what it is. It is a mold spider. Mold spiders literally are sporous in nature, and when killed upon interaction, really almost anything kills them, except Miss Ellie. You watch them vanish when really they just turn back into a baby spore and regrow within 3 days. They are technically unkillable, just little nuisances. Well, they're killable with fire. But down here, you imagine nothing gets around to burning them.
Pills is just trying to figure out what happened to this Minotaur. He kind of doesn't care about the spider at all. He probably honestly doesn't even actually care that they exist.
Yeah, I mean, to you, they're nothing. They're nuisances. Like, you just flick them away, and after a couple of pats, they're all gone. You know what I mean? Like, it's like dust bunnies.
So he's just here. He's like, what the fuck? I know it wasn't him.
Investigation check.
What happened here?
You got Wrath going, it fell. You see. And he points, and it's like in the pit. And you're just like, no shit. You see, actually, that it did collapse, but it collapsed because of a disassembling of it. And what disassembled it came from further down down the river, however you like to see it from here. You could peek around and see down the tunnel, but from this vantage point, you do not. I'd say you could walk in, like, you know, a couple feet into the water to safely due to the amount of debris that's now natural bridged and hazardous there.
Kind of peek my head around the corner, and then I guess maybe, let's see.
As you do, give me a perception check. They rolled a pretty decent stealth. As they are covering themselves with their dark gray wings and hiding in nature, and
Super good at perception.
you look right past it. What a beautiful rock. That rock looks weird, but anyways, further down, this goes far.
No idea. I'll end my turn there. No idea what happened. Something killed
Wrath
it.
looks
It
at
wasn't
you.
Wrath. No idea what it was.
What do I do? Pills.
What do you mean?
Do we loot it?
What do you mean? What do you do? You just.
Do we loot this thing?
It's a skeleton. Is there anything on it?
He looks. Right. I'm gonna go this way. And he goes up. Whoa. He says aloud. He sees something, but you're not sure if it's anything of importance because when you were in there were cool lights too, but you didn't care to look at the time. But it didn't seem like it was drastically changing in nature. Hazel, you got bit. You got a vendetta. And Miss Ellie just bit Sasha because of these little things. What do you do? You versus the ants. Dun, 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 dun. If it survives this round, it's calling it from backup. I'm just saying. And then you're going to have to face more of it. The biggest threat of your life is here.
She's trying the same, but why can I not move her?
You're not selecting her.
Who are you trying to move?
Here.
Hazel?
Oh wait, yeah. And try to stab it with my dagger.
Hazel, you grab your dagger and you walk up to this small little thing and it's like... As it holds up its little fangs at you and mandible moves its ways, and you go to stab it. It's a non-existence. When you're ready. I know it takes a lot of concentration.
I cannot choose my dagger.
Yeah, the dagger's
Oh.
like
Let's
for
see.
whatever reason.
Well, you have two.
I mean, actually, just one because I gave one
Yeah, technically, yeah.
at the other turn. Like,
Weird. Can you click on those in the chat? Is that working? Or can you click it in your favorite section? I put it in your favorites. Let me know if that works. On your character sheet. On the bottom underneath your portrait.
it's in the bottom. Where is it?
Yeah, it's not. So in the chat, the option's not there.
Hold up.
And then in the dagger.
Then it's
Weird.
no, it's not.
The dagger's not showing up under favorites underneath their character portrait. You try to access it, Pills, on your end. You should have observership from your side.
Let me try it from my side.
Hmm.
Uh,
You might not be able to roll because you don't own the character sheet, but you should be
on
able
my
to see
side
it.
there.
But do you see the dagger or no?
Yeah, well, I mean, we see it. I mean, I see it on my side, and I see it
Let
on
me give
her
you
side.
control. 1 second.
I see
From
it
your
in
end.
the favorites, and I see it in the equipment.
Okay, so from Pills, you try
Oh,
to
there.
control it now.
Whatever just happened there. Now she can do it.
Weird. Okay. We're working.
Yeah.
You. The spider begins to speak to you. You're going crazy. You should have gone that way. Not that way. It would have took you straight to the castle. And then it scurries away. It is gone. Initiative is over.
It just fucked off.
Orston,
What?
you are in Oz. You saw a small, bluishly pale individual poke its head around looking for answers and completely missing you. You are a master in disguise. You are the ultimate thief. You are the best Phantom Rogue. There is no one better than Orston. That's why you're down here playing with these peasants. You're very confident in your skills, but do you stay up there, or do you get curious of this company that is yet to wither?
I want to attempt to stay in stealth, fly down, and check the Minotaur for loot.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Phil's is there too. Phil's is looking too. He's
Sure.
convinced Wrath to walk away so that he can look himself.
Got it. I love it. So both the pills give me a perception check
God.
at advantage, and good sir Orston, give me a stealth. The boy pills. The boy.
At normal?
Yes. Oof, you almost lost that one. Pills.
Jesus.
You're so focused in searching the remains that there's some bones that you're just like, "Ah, if only I had a second pair of hands." And then appears a second pair of hands? Winged hands? It doesn't even
Do they
matter
have
because
hands
you're
and
so
wings?
focused on the job, huh?
Do they have hands and wings?
Yes. It's like like the wings are an extension, so the arms reach up to here, and then the wings go. Basically, would be how it works. As they're swimming through, you get like this weird kind of shaded filter to everything, almost as if like a sepia black ray kick in based off of the movement of the wings and the odd shade of already misaligned lights. And then this everywhere you need assistance, just they help you without even speaking to you in complete silence, as they themselves are investigating the area. Orston, you see right before Pills does a nice looking ring. It lays just alongside a broken finger of the Minotaur's. You didn't notice it while in combat, but doesn't mean you won't take it now if you swipe it. A small glimmer and shine hits your eyes, Pills, as you think jackpot. You look, and then you see water appear where the bone light cracked, and you imagine it was just a reflection from the shimmer of water reflecting against its skin.
Do I see him in front of me now?
You look up. Orston looks at you. Now, Orston, you are completely quiet, giving you the attempt of surprise. Do you leave quietly or do you stay there, eye to eye?
I'll stay.
You're staring back at him as a. How big are you as this Alan?
How big is Orston?
Yeah.
He's a medium, so I'd say 6 foot tall.
Cool. And with a wingspan sitting around 12, 14 feet, depending on need. As you just see it tucked and it's just looking at you. Whew. Pills. Orston.
Has Pills ever seen a fucking owl person before?
No, probably not from being below here. This is unique. You see that it is absolutely
How
of human
common are
nature.
owl people in this world?
They are quite common, in the sense of air trade and stuff like that. They're very
But he
rare
knows
coming
they
into.
exist. Like,
They
he
exist,
knows,
but you've never come into this close a contact. If you've seen one, it's off
Okay.
in the distance. You've never
but
dealt
he
with one.
knows that they're a
Yes.
thing that's around.
Yeah, there are quite a few bird folk in general. Just you've never seen all of them.
All right.
Air cockroaches is the more common than which you've come into contact
Right.
with. You
Do I
stare.
see him?
Yep, you guys both stare in dead silence at one another. And then you hear. Go ahead.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Fucking God. I kind of raise my hand up and I'm like, ready. There's like
How do you
a
respond,
like a
Orston?
glimmering of smoky dust coming from my ring, ready to kind of launch an attack. I'm like, where'd you come from?
That's you, Orston.
Greetings, gnome. I've come looking for treasure.
You came to the wrong fucking spot. This is my treasure. I mean, our treasure.
There's more of you?
Sorry?
There's more of you?
There's like 100 of us here.
Oh my god. Pelt. It's enough for everyone, I guess.
You see, it's a skeleton. There's like hardly enough for one person.
You can leave this to Miss Ellie.
Well, perhaps we could work something out.
Like what?
I propose we share the loot in here. I'll work with you.
It's a deal.
What do you want in return?
Half of the loot.
Half?
Of course!
You can have 1/4 of the loot.
Deal.
Fine. Well, so I guess I'm Pills.
I'm Hazel.
I kind of lead this group of creatures. This one here is Hazel. That one up there is Wrath.
Where?
As you guys say that, Wrath is just talking to this massive serpent looking over him. I mean, probably 30 foot
good
long
lord.
and he's in size.
Jeez.
As you just see Wrath going, oh, yes,
The hell is
I
that?
have heard of that. Yes, I once did. And he's just having a real friendly conversation as all of you guys are like, what the fuck is that?
Do
That's
we
some
all
anaconda
notice?
size
We all
shit.
notice this now?
Absolutely.
Is that-
All of you guys see it. And it seems to be having a low toned conversation with Wrath as it then speaks back, but it's more like a murmur to you guys, like, that. You'd have to get closer to hear more.
All right, we can do introductions later. We should probably go check on our friend.
After you.
So
First,
please.
then, do
After
you
you.
join this unique hazard that has now found yet another thing that you've never seen down here?
Yes,
You
but I want to hide
bravely
first.
hide as you go to approach. Give me a stealth check. As you guys all come around the corner and join into this conversation, you hear, ah, guest. You did say there were more. Yet again, a reason. It sounds as if they're kind of stretching for me not to want to fight with any of you. I am Carmel. Carmel, basically. He just says it cool. And I rule this entry. I will allow your passage if you do me a favor. Instead of unnecessary combat for rights of omission. I will send you off to face something much easier than me. You all hear this, and he seems to just kind of see you all come in and just generalize the conversation. Wrath looks back. Oh, guys, he said that if we just go and get rid of something that he doesn't like down here, then he'll let us go down there without us having to be chased after him and killed.
How threatening does this
Precisely.
thing look?
He looks at you all, and he kind of brawns itself forward and leans in and just kind of arches 10 feet easily over all of you and goes, I'd much rather not have to compete with each of you at once. I did just eat. He seems, however, you see a 20 intimidation. It's large, it's broad, it looks like it's willing to fight, but he just said he just ate. So you'd imagine he's maybe a little lethargic.
Can I do something while they're talking?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Pills
Pills
dies,
is
go
totally
on.
for it.
Pills gets swallowed because he opens his mouth. I did not say speak. just kidding.
Pills doesn't say shit. Pills looks at everything like, yep, whatever the fuck you want.
I want to
Very
try
good.
and silently fly up behind them.
You can give. Oh, actually, go for it. What did you roll previously? A 16 or 20? You go to move silently behind them. The creature. So it would seem you have a feather friend in here. He looks up and he sees you. Though quiet, the rest of you all are like wondering what he's saying as you swiftly see this Alwyn hovering over very stealthily. And yet the bear points it out so easily. As he opens his mouth, you see this cackling light of electric-like strands of energy begin to appear. You can see his patience is getting thin as he's like targeting him ever so slowly. Do any of you interject to pull his attention?
We are totally cool with doing whatever you want. If you want us to go kill something, we can kill stuff. We just killed that thing down there.
He like swallows his electric feelings. You claim that you took down that Minotaur. It was nothing but bone. A genie is the target of this particular request.
A genie? Never met one.
Well, this one has more in common with you than you might think.
I don't think so.
Just down that way, less than hundreds of feet. A dinner party is happening. Perhaps they will provide you more information.
Did you say a dinner party?
Precisely.
That doesn't sound very threatening.
He just snarls and grins with an ever mischievous feeling inside his eyes. A twinkle, if you.
So what do you want us to do? To crash the party, or?
There's a genie of the Tao present below here.
What is
Heaven
that? What
present.
is Tao? What is that?
You seem more intrigued of what this is you are meant to remove. He's gonna do an insight check. You look like you like being below.
Yeah, but I'm lying, so it's deception.
The Tao is a powerful genie who can manipulate the rounded minerals around. They have imprisoned an ally of mine, and I'd like them back.
So you said it was like a party, so there's like more than one? Is there like a name of one that you want us to kill?
If I knew its name, I'd curse them here and now.
Oh, okay. So we're just gonna kill everybody at the party? Or
If you think murder is an informational game, I do not know these investive ways. As you see, I am one to speak before slaying.
I'm sorry, I thought that was the thing. I thought you wanted us to go kill something.
The Tao, yes.
So there's just one Tao? So it'll be very obvious when we get there.
A genie can look like many things. At its own party, I cannot discern whom is whom. That is for you to decide.
So who is in prison that you want us to help?
Persuasion.
Shit. Oh wait, no, never mind. Not shit.
Of great influences. They will not harm you. A hag of great influences. They will not harm
Did he say
you.
a hag?
and we will be considered in favor indebted to you of 1 mead.
Did he say a hag?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yes, I said that.
Oh, okay. And what was your name?
He smiles big and bright. Carmel.
Can you spell that for me?
Yeah.
Oh, caramel. That's right.
Yeah. No, Carmel.
Caramel, like the sweets.
I do not know of what you reference.
Oh, you're missing out then, buddy.
She smiles. Austin, do you stay hovering up there, or do you engage in any conversation?
No, I'll just land over here. I'm just following Pills' guide for now.
It's like,
You
what the
got it.
fuck is this now getting us into?
It's Rob or Pills. Both of them are always like adventurous.
Do we have an understanding? You may be on your way.
Of course. Just before we go, can you kind of point us in the right direction?
Listen for where the party gathers, and you will find.
Oh, so just to clarify, it's here in this cavern. It's
Just beyond you. In fact, you will see that these caves change from time to time.
fantastic, super, really, really super.
He smiles. Isn't it? As you guys head back toward the entry of where you came to meet this guest, you hear a chiming, wonderful bit of laughter. Oh, someone is food and cutlery and soft music playing as you were to look down the hall and see a soft light to anyone peeking. It would seem in a cul-de-sac-like nature further in, there is a gathering happening.
Where's the apprentice?
Oh, good question.
Where's the apprentice?
Who?
The Apprentice.
Dude, he totally got eaten alive. No, he's here. I'm right here! Jeez. You guys never just let me sideline. Did you need my help?
Sorry, I thought maybe you got washed away by the river or something when you tried to cross the river.
Oh, that's his old form. Sorry. No. I just really don't like hanging out here. So I've been kind of just skirting the sideline, and this bear here definitely wants us to be indebted to it.
Well, it seems like we're doing the favor for it, so...
And if we don't,
Well, obviously it's gonna eat us.
exactly, which means we're in debt. You see how these pacts work?
I have no idea what you mean by the word pact.
With questionable confusion. Ugh. Look, you saw what I was, and it's only gonna come back if we don't figure this out.
We're working on it.
I didn't say come this steep. He starts itching his neck in anxiety.
To be fair, you didn't really say a whole lot.
I was limited on what I could say. Well, people were watching.
Well, now we've got big lightning breath over here telling us to go kill a Dow and rescue a hack. So, welcome to the party.
Yeah, one of them will be the death of us. Okay, he heads out.
Probably, yes, probably one of them will kill us.
He's like, "Oh, hey, a party!" He starts running off. It
What
would
a
seem
idiot.
you found your invitation. The Bahir announces as you guys leave.
Who was
Still
that?
watching. Sorry.
So the apprentice, I guess Orston asked who the apprentice was to Pills because he technically wasn't introduced or mentioned.
Yeah, so this shit, I'm sure he's got a name. I couldn't be bothered to remember it. He's some dude that we rescued out of some kind of demonic jelly slime thing that was possessing his body. And now he kind of lords it over us, even though we rescued him. And we're basically trying to save the town from whatever demon was possessing him because we have no idea what's going on with it. And maybe it comes back because we didn't really kill it. We just kind of rescued him from it. And that's kind of how we got down here in the first place.
Okay, I should have stayed at half the loot, but I guess we already agreed.
Too late. You're already at a quarter. I mean, an eighth.
Yeah, it was a quarter.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
All right, fine, quarter.
Maybe you should introduce me to the party.
Oh yeah. So everybody, this is. I don't know if I ever got his name. This is Owl Guy.
Orston.
This is Orston the Owl Guy.
Hey, I'm Wrath. I take risks.
I'm
Nice to
Ava.
meet you.
This is Natalia, my bear.
Will comes up, just
He like does all this kind of charade of wonderment. You, sir, can give me an insight check to see if you understand him because they are a natural, usual prey to your food chain, but gives you a bit of body language insight to them. They said that if you try to eat any of them, they will shank you in your sleep until you can no longer function. But welcome to the team.
Thank you. We'll have a treaty. I say under my I say for now under my breath.
He like glares but accepts it. They look formidable. They're like as small as Pills, which is kind of cute. Pills is very small. Hazel's the only normal person, and then you have a Goliath. So it's a real like jump in size with the bear and
What
Three.
is Pills's height?
Pills is 3'2",
Yeah, 3'2".
Gotcha.
so probably like half of. You said you were like 6 foot, so like half of you, which is pretty normal for Pills.
All right, got it.
I think the rats are pretty similar in height to Pills, also.
So, with that, you guys are instructed that there's a party just yonder, though you could ignore that and explore more of the cave. You know, there is a way this way. Excuse me. Obviously, the 2 water paths that you come across. The Bahir seems to be protecting what looks to be a descending logo, but nonetheless, here we are.
Well, I suppose does anybody hurt? I feel fine. Does anybody else? Is anybody hurt?
Miss Ellie wants to take a short rest and eat some cookies.
Oh, do we just want to a little bit?
Yeah.
The Bahir goes, "You may take shelter in my cave, and I will descend into my domain further. But do not leave any bloodshed."
Super. Thank you.
He goes and slunks away as you hear just the sliding nature of his massive weight until just as it disperses below. You may activate a short rest if you find it necessary.
Do I have to use my hit dice to get uses back out of Dagger of Venom?
No.
Oh
That
no,
just,
it's each dawn. My bad.
Yeah, that just recharges at basically each day. Alright, evening. I don't believe you got hit, so you don't have to roll any hit die. Pills is good. Ali is healing. Right, Hazel? Ali is healing. Did you heal Miss Ellie?
I don't know where I clicked this because the sheet is different.
I got you. Boom. Miss Ellie is healed. They don't have like short rest buttons and stuff. Theirs is like all
Yeah,
manual.
that's
I
why.
have to make that a PC for you. Yeah.
Is there any benefit to me short resting right now, or nothing?
Not necessarily, but if it's well, you could heal 4 HP, but not necessarily. But it's just more or less because they needed it because they've been in here longer than you, so they kind of went through way more getting to this point. So this is their first break technically.
And
In a
also
very
for
long
Sasha
time.
because I cannot do it with Sasha too.
Oh no. So Pills gets his spell slots back on a short rest, and then Ellie was pretty injured, so we wanted her to heal. I think rogues are pretty. They don't really have a lot of resources they kind of burn through.
Other than the health, insanity.
Other than health, yeah.
So I should
Apprentice-
short rest.
You don't need to.
You don't
but-
need to. It's just more or less they needed it. In their progressive.
Yeah.
You guys hear in the distance just like, oh yeah, me too, totally. Oh man, I got buddies here. They're gonna love this party. Can you pass me some more of that? You just hear some crazy festivity going on. It's as if the volume's getting louder. None of you guys have moved position, but yet it feels like it's not getting closer, but more announced.
While we're resting here, does Pills recognize any voices down there?
Nothing other than the apprentice.
Okay.
But
What
the
is
apprentice
this?
seems to be having a pretty sturdy conversation with some unknown.
That's fine.
What's about Hazel or Miss Ellie? Do they recognize anything?
I wouldn't say anything comes to initially mind, especially being this far below the surface at this point. It's a bit
Does-
more cramped and foreign to you.
Does Orston see any items or anything shiny near where the dragon was?
This massive rock has runic carvings and emblems to it. You don't know whether or not it was the creature itself that carved these in, or if it was something else, or others, as it does vary in size and shapes and fluidity of nature. Some look more well done than others. It's a massive rock. Other than that, the creature itself did not have anything exposed up here, but they did mention their domain below, so you could imagine a layer further.
Okay.
So what the rest of you guys do?
Assuming the short rest is done.
Yep.
I gently encourage Wrath down before us.
Okay. I guess I could do that. I really didn't mean to, lead anyone into harm earlier. As he looks toward Miss Sally. Sorry. It's over. It's a party. Do we party?
Do you party?
Do we part? He's not even sure if he's like if that's like a thing that you guys do. He's questioning his own well-being. Let's do a. He's a paladin, but he plays like a hobo, so it's kind of weird. Let's do an insight check. He parties.
Parties. He parties hardy.
Hey, Prentice. Hey, Wrath. Join in. They start drinking. Check some. Pills, user, give me an Arcana check as you get closer. There is an enchantment on this area. The moment they walk into the buffer zone, it draws them in to desire, the need to facilitate. You look in what you see initially, the glamour of it all. A beautiful looking gathering, a fancy little dinner table, gorgeously worn tuxedos and other natures of proper wear for a nice, good dinner of grand design. Wrath and the apprentice looking very sharp and dapper, cheering and clinking and drinking, and then the glamour fades as you see through its demise. They're holding empty, molded and rusted, corroded copper mugs and lack of steel hold at the bottom, no product in it, and they're drinking it and holding it with intent as you see Rat's hands getting cut from the random pockets of metal that are just exposed from the cups to the aging and sitting there in rustic nature as he's hurting himself in this intention to drink without even realizing it. The apprentice you see shoveling into its mouth these odd parts of nuts and bolts and maybe even some glass as he's just literally harming his body as you see his gums beginning to pierce and bleed. He's like, this is great, right? This is really great. And it's starting to make sense why the figuring of his voice and structure from the distance changed so much. It was like a cry for help. It's stuck in his body. This mage before you is unique because he's so strong-willed on the inside, but he's weak on the outside. He's captured again, and yet you heard his call. You see it again, a small person stuck in this beautifully dressed, dapper fellow, watching themselves take their own vitality slowly and slowly. This charm is strong, and it could only be the work of the Tao. The rest are ghosts, and they are presently there. They are not harming the fellows, but they are moving in motions of just odd sways of mindless beings.
I kind of hold my hand up to the rest of the party. Don't go any farther. This party is cursed. It's going to trap you. You're going to think you're having a good time, and really you're going to be killing yourself.
You hear, join us. You guys all hear it, but everyone but Pills, you all see a beautifully dressed woman in a cute sundress, and for some reason, though there's no sun down here, it's as if there's a window shining a sun glow from behind her. And she's like, there's a wonderful party happening, and we have pastries and little biscuits and beignets, newly added. I need everyone but Pills to give me wisdom saving throw at advantage.
Think about it.
As you guys
This
hear
is a
Pills
fucking cave underground.
yelling crazy things next to this very innocent looking young lady. Hazel pulls through. Go for it.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
While we're just in no
Very nice.
initiative and other people are doing things, can I move around or do I wait?
You can do whatever you want. If I catch you doing anything that would trigger an action, I'll pause it, forcing no one to move, and then I'll jump to you. So at this time, you are free.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, Miss Allie. Oh, it was looking good. It was looking good. Hazel and Sasha, you both go to Miss Allie and Horston and do your very best to try to stop them. Hazel, you decide whether you and Sasha both focus one of them or separate. It's going to be tough regardless because they're both big creatures. How do you go about this? I mean, Pills could help too, I guess, technically. So 3 of you guys. How do you stop them from zombieing up? If right now they're being drawn in like a siren, if they get to the cusp is when it takes effect. So you could still stop them, but you have to do it by force.
Yeah, I'm standing in the way, kind of like waving my hands like, this is fake. It's a big cave underground. This lady's not really here with cupcakes.
Orston, another save. Miss Ellie doesn't care. Miss Ellie's starving. They're like, woo, woo. They go to shove Pills aside. Nicely.
Wisdom?
Yeah, one more.
Normal or advantage?
Normal. You kind of blink and flicker a little. You hear and see your allies. You see Pills acting frantic, but you can't hear him. But you can see him in his activity as like you're trying to like go get over this weird high psychedelic effect that's going over you, and you look to your right and you see just this ghostly figure. beckoning you forward, and then you blink, and then you see this beautiful looking woman in the center with the glow of them holding beignets. And then you blink again, and you see Pills like doing some crazy charades and deafness, as now you start to hear this kind of grenade kind of radiant static effect. Before we get to the rest, you guys, Pills, see as you look behind you to focus on what it is that Orston is zoned in on. You see past them, and you see a glimpse of something massive in the corner, and a light begins to glow around them. It's almost as if a presence is being summoned. And as the light flickers, you see this look of very stone statue across from you. There's a long, deep bellow of breath that just sits.
Do I recognize it?
You absolutely recognize it as the Tao itself. A massive being of pure power.
Right, but do I recognize this specific one?
This would be... They look very similar to your own. Almost as if they were a splitting image, a sister or a twin or a brother or a cousin, however you distinguish it. It does not look as friendly. It's not so William-y. It's more stern, disciplined. But it sits there watching you in silence as you are disowning what is clearly its effect. You feel this odd stare come over you. Hazel, give me an insight check to see if you pick up on this wavelength, as Miss Ellie just is almost unstoppable. I'll allow Sasha an animal handling at advantage to see if they can stop. Hazel, your gut just doesn't feel right here. This is just all still confusing. Half your allies are partying, the other half want to join them. Pill says that they're dying. You believe him so much so that you're okay. You're okay with just trusting in the worst. Sasha stops Al as Sasha says, tickles Miss Ellie in a way where Miss Ellie's like, kind of snaps out of it briefly and kind of begins to back, but sees the ghost and kind of like makes an awe-like remark as they make that very, very aware. That's out of nature. They're now there next to you, Pills. Let me move some of you guys.
Pills will step forward, look directly at the Tao, and say, "You are interfering with the work of AZEREP. If you do not stand aside, he will not be pleased."
AZEREP. Yes, I know that name. We fought before. And he lost his domain many times before that. You follow a rogue. Dare challenge my belief.
Well, he's back now, and stronger than ever. If you don't stand aside,
Loyalist.
you'll force me to act
What did
on
he
his behalf.
promise you? I can beat that now with a flick of my finger. I can turn this boulder into your dreams that he promised as an offering, and I can crush it in front of you to show how easy it is and minuscule it be to me. Speak to me of this recoming and awakening of AZEREP.
I just did. I don't understand. What? No, you step aside, or AZEREP will be forced to act through me.
You speak foul tones of that of an epitome before me. This shall not stand. You realize something is odd here, Pills. Give me an insight check at advantage. Oh my gosh. You are so pissed. You're arguing with this thing. You're with it. You go into this whole... You believe that this is just a dumbass doubt. being a punk to you, and you believe every bit of it. You just bite into an argument. You probably go a solid 10 minutes going back and forth with this thing, like requesting information, and it's just speaking in circles. And you're totally just going with the chain until you finally realize that it can't be a real DAO. It looks good, it speaks strong, it feels strong, but it isn't. If you finally get to the frustrating point that you have made no progress, it is a repeated message of a vassal or a visual of something of made to be believable. There's more to this. Orston, you see at the end down there that if you were to head further, there's a massive cavern that opens up. There's a boat, and there's so much more. From this cliff point, you can see many more little pockets and other areas that are large in nature. Here specifically, you would see something that. One second. Let me just add my fast. You would see this unique, particular kind of void. This void has no stature or shape or belonging, but you see it and you feel its presence. It's probably 100 to 200 feet below in this distance, not necessarily directly below, but in a descending rate heading toward it. Do you alert your newfound friends, or do you just keep it to yourself?
It's just a void in the ground?
From here, it sure seems like it's some kind of surface.
To alert them, I'd have to yell it, though, right?
I mean, you could fly back stealthily and be like, hey, while you're arguing with them, I found something. I mean, however you
Okay.
wish to go about it.
I'll do that. I don't want to get the big guy's attention, though.
Okay, you see that Hazel is on the outskirts, non-engaging at this time.
I will ask the DAO if you're so familiar with AZEREP, tell me, what was his vessel?
Familiarity is not something I claim.
Strange, you just claim to know him. You
A
claim to know what
rogue,
happened to him.
named
expect
for
you to know this.
banishment for his
This is
vessel.
a very basic question for a genie such as yourself.
It is a ring stolen from
Zombified.
a master apprentice that was zombified by him himself. Zareth disobeyed his command because he wanted a greed of promise. A promise that the DAOs do not liberate.
So you don't know?
He just stays quiet. It's almost like an omittance of guilt. You get the sense that this is absolutely a display of sorts, but why and what purpose does it have here to fool the creature you just saw also?
Let's just go. Come on, everybody. Let's just go. Let's just go through. I don't. This person. They're not of any importance. Yeah, let's go.
Where do you go?
I wait, obviously.
You wait, like you just stand there and just see if it speaks to you
I
again?
tell everybody to go, and I just kind of stand here and wait for them to go.
It watches. It watches. It looks to Wrath. Wrath looks to the DAO and nods. Okay. I appreciate the invite. He crushes the metal, kind of already figmented cup in his hand and cuts himself fairly. Drops it on the floor, walks back to you. Bills. It says we should see the hag.
Sorry, what?
It said we should see the hag.
We should see the hag?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
He gives a thumbs up to the DAO, and the DAO's light fades, and with it too, you see it succumb to dark.
After you.
Oh, okay. He's like, I guess. There's water, and then dark water. So, up here you see in the north is these shawl-like stones that have come up, but then there's this harsh-looking, very ichor, black inked water, very impossible to see through, opaque in all natures. Outside of the waves and the natural foam that kind of fizzes on the top, we do not know that that was not a surface of very sleek marble design. And then to the right, you see a small current of what is like a small plugged dam just trickling down this way, pulling into a small hole that has eroded and gone into the unknown.
Did I tell Hazel about the void?
You gotta tell her. Say, Hazel, you gotta interact. Look, you guys are doing the hokey pokey.
Hazel, there's a gigantic void over there.
Hey, Pants! Pants! Raf! Stop! I saw something.
So
Rat
what?
stops.
A gigantic. What was it?
Void.
Void.
Okay.
What's a void? Wrath says in the background.
Yeah, what's a void?
Yeah, I guess what kind of void? Is it like a big cavern void, or is it like a portally void?
You can take your own guess, or
I don't know. I don't remember how you described it. I would just say it's a huge cavern. Could be a material, though. I don't know. You're the magic man. You tell me.
Well, I didn't see it. I can't really give you an opinion. Or rather, assessment.
you imagine you'd be able to present this visual to him if you showed him where you saw it from?
I guess, yeah, where was it? We can go take a look, I suppose. Where was it?
It's back down the lower hallway. I'll lead you
You
there.
want to show me? I follow him.
All right. You do a quick double back, and you head up the way in which Hazel was being assaulted by poor little spider mites. And as you do, you see that there's a small little climbing cliff that any of you guys should be able to climb safely. It's probably about 15 feet up and then ascends naturally. And there is a particular point in which you would stand. You should have a view of this unique something. So I think from here. Pills. As you get closer, you do see off in the distance down here. If you line up just right, you kind of gotta stand where either Orston is or more left. There you go.
Mm.
You see that there's like this kind of
Mm.
rolling mass of. You're not even sure if it's surface globioid or beneath the surface or if it's a portal in any vibe, at least from this distance, but you do understand that it is absolutely magically inclined, and it seems to be some kind of what's the proper word? Locked into place, we'll say.
Do I have any familiarity with something like this, or do I recognize
Give me an
anything?
arcana. You could imagine water, if that's what the black surface is, based off of the little movement you can see. You think so? That could be a seal, like it's holding something imprisoned, like a hag.
Okay. Do we recognize? I mean, I don't know how turned around we get down here. Do we recognize that this is where Wrath is taking us to, sort of?
From this vantage point, yes, you could see that because you're like on a cliff looking down at where they technically would be at this point, and you could see them if, let's say, they didn't move. But you could also now go this way, perhaps, and see the bridge or this boat. Because that's a different way for sure.
I'm gonna come back this way, and then seeing Hazel here, I'm gonna wave her down.
Miss Ellie and Sasha behind Hazel now. What's wrong?
I'm gonna give her this.
I'll say Rasmus
Sign.
follows.
I turn around and give also Hazel and Sasha the signs of like,
Oh shit! Yeah, I was trying to not have Wrath see us.
Oh, he doesn't have to. Okay. Yeah. Fine. I wasn't sure. I just moved him in case you guys wanted him closer. Got it. Keep him at a
It
distance.
looks like Wrath is taking us towards this. I'm speaking in kind of hushed tones to Hazel. It looks like Wrath is taking us towards this void that our new friend described, Austin. But it also looks like there's another way to get there. I'm afraid, I am concerned that our friend has been compromised. He seems to be acting under the directions of these creatures.
I see. What do you think is the best we should do now?
Well, following him seems to be a little bit risky. So I would say maybe.
Or just then give me a perception while they're having this conversation. Continue. Orson.
Maybe we should go some of these other ways that we saw. There's a boat over here and there's a bridge. Maybe we can go around these other ways.
Should we leave him up there?
For now, we leave him for now, and we'll come back and get him once we're done.
But what is it we need, Wrath?
Well,
You don't know what is down there.
the question is whether or not Wrath will turn on us or not. If he's acting under their control, maybe he
Attacking us.
attacks us. So it would be more harm than good.
Okay, let's go down. Where's actually Martin?
Martin? Oh, where is Martin?
I can bring him. He's here. I just had him invisible.
Did Martin follow Wrath, or is Martin?
No, I'd say that he's with the general pack. Like he's not a dumb.
Okay.
While they're talking, I want to sneak forward this way.
So, as you sneak further that way, go ahead and give me a stealth check. A 13. Oof. Tough draw. With that, you hear. You see little minerals nearby that create this kind of crystal-like vibe. And with it... Uh-oh. 1 second. Fix that. You see with odd, nice, glistening, crystal-like jaws appear from the ground beneath you, drooling up like a mole of certainties. And it turns out to be a creature that the pills. Give me a history check.
Sorry, history?
Yeah.
No idea.
That's a new one. As this thing just
Hazel
pops
see
out.
anything from the
Hazel,
back?
go ahead. Say it again.
Does she see anything or recognize anything? I mean, you can look over pills because pills
yeah,
is just
you
like
see the
hard.
creature, but I wouldn't say you know what it is. But you guys do see coming out, shiny and all, full of this unique, beautiful gemstones and diamonds adorned on its body as if it was a natural growth. A 5 appendaged creature with three legs down, or sorry, a 6 appendage creature with 3 legs grounded in the floor and 3 arms out and extruded like a flammonian. And it's a massive maw pointing up with 2 kind of jiggly-like eyeballs of sorts, pupillating around, looking for what disturbed its presence. You guys are all going to jump right into initiative.
Did you say roll for initiative?
Correct. And it's going to get a surprise attack against you. It's going to hit you, and I'm so sorry for what may happen. And you'll be fine. 8 damage. Child's play. Your kind of talons get bit at as you quickly release the claws and do like a slice. There seems to be a softer stone on the inside of flesh-like nature. However, it is still hardened. And we remove these real quick. Martin. All right. We begin with you. Austin, you just got bit in the foot. Charlie bit you. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna stab it with dagger of venom.
You go to stab it with your beautiful venomous dagger. The dagger just slides right off its hardened surface with no effect. You hit it. You know you hit it. Yet it had no effect on it.
I'm not hidden anymore, am I?
You could try. You didn't hit that time.
No,
Can
I
you
mean,
go in for
I'm
more
not
spell?
hidden.
Oh no, you are not hidden anymore. Actually, no, because it surprised you. So no, it sensed you with tremor sense. So you wouldn't have advantage. Is that what you're
Okay.
asking?
Yes.
Hold on. Correction. You just hit. It's a save. Let me make a save. 1 second. I read it wrong. I was like, 20's pretty high. So I redid the math. It's going to save. With the 24, so it resists the. Let's see, what does it actually do? So it resists the extra 2d10 bonus, but you can do the basic damage. So you click the damage button.
Does it still have the venom?
Become poisoned.
It's only
It
a
just
minute,
says,
right?
It says I either save or take damage. It doesn't say take half, so I would take it as verbiage. So. Yeah, so you can do it. You can try again. Every time you attack, it'll have to roll to save if that's what you mean.
Oh, I just meant I don't think it has venom anymore because it says it's only
Oh, I get what you're saying. You're not using the. Got it. You're just attacking with it. I apologize. Give me some damage. Just hit the damage, and then we'll go off of that. So the venom won't even apply. Understood.
So I did hit it?
Yes, I apologize. I was looking at it on another level of degree. You break through it, and you see a couple parts. Ting, 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 ting. Though it does seem to be resistant in its nature. It'll take a bit more scabbing away at it to get it to where you want it. Anything else, sir?
I want to use... Hold on. I want to use cunning action to disengage and move away.
Nice. As you go to back away, it kind of makes a reactionary motion toward you, but you're too quick. As you get away, and it's like... As its like hands just kind of attempt, but with no guarantee.
I want to
You guys
say,
see- Go ahead.
Magic Man, do something.
It was Orston appears. Doo-doo. His foot looks like it was chewed on briefly, but minor scratch, if anything. Hazel burst in.
Hazel move. Like she walks over this bridge or whatever, so just that she sees this creature.
You just see this massive stone like beam.
Put her hunter's mark on it. I mean, I'm concentrating on it. Do I have to? I don't have to read.
You would be, yeah. I mean, it would have dropped earlier, so you'd recast it now.
Oh, so yeah, right then.
Yeah, it depends on how long the spell lasts. Probably an hour.
And then.
Well, I guess that's a fair argument. Pills, being an experienced player, it's a tough one because the ruling isn't necessarily clear. It is an hour, and you guys haven't been here that long for an hour. If it's not on a target, could she still be focusing on it?
Oh yeah, so you can recast.
So she could just re-ping something because she has it active, just not tracking.
Yeah, bonus action. As a bonus action, you can move it to another mark. It just
Yeah,
depends if we.
But technically, does it have to have an active target for it to be on, or can she just trigger it on and then fling it onto something like attack?
No, it doesn't have to have a target because once you kill a target, you can move it to the next target using a bonus action.
True, you're right. So therefore, you don't have to recast it. You could just boop, tag it right now.
Bonus action though to re-target.
How long is it? 1 hour?
Yeah, so I'm just saying you don't have to use a spell slot to do anything. You could just tag it. Yeah, but I count them as 30 minutes if you guys aren't doing anything. Yeah,
and then we talk.
It's only an hour if you guys are like super beaten up.
That's up to. That's up to.
No, I'm giving it to you. I'm saying that you don't have to recast it. I'm allowing you to keep it within that hour to just tag them.
Okay, then I'll good. Then I don't cut and just reapply.
So you tag them. Yep, you apply it. Boop, boop, they're marked, and you fire.
And after that, I get out my longbow and try to attack this creature.
Soup. It flies, shatters, and completely breaks against this creature's body. No purchase.
That's fine. Yeah, I think that's all. I just move a little bit back here.
Your foot touches the water.
Yeah, I'm standing next to it that I actually have. That the other can actually pass.
Will Defoe has this imaginary kind of chant still going on as he's like, "Will Defoe, Will Defoe," and he looks to you, Pills, with a determination of success on his face. What do you have him do?
I don't know. Let's see. So this here. How far is this? Yeah, I don't think he can get there.
He's a pretty massive creature compared to him. Big stone, golem-looking beast.
I don't think he can reach it, so he's just going to.
You guys got to give these guys
Orson, are you
crossbows.
airborne or are you on the ground?
I'm on the ground.
Okay. I guess he'll move there, and then that'll be his turn.
You got it. Pills, follow up.
Yeah, Pills. Whoa.
There you go.
Pills will move up to here. He will cast Hex on this creature.
You mark it.
And then I will blast it with an Eldritch Blast. See what kind of effect that has.
Just a plume of magic hits its body with no purchase.
Alright. Pills will kind of.
You have two, don't you?
Sorry. No, not until
You still have one. Sorry. Jeez, my bad.
Yeah.
Hype train. Parked. All right. Reposition.
Duck behind this large owl.
Martin. Will Dafoe and Sasha respond. It breathes and runs up. Bloop, 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 bloop. And goes in. No purchase. Goes in for another. No purchase. Just kind of calls out. It's clearly a tough one. It's gonna use standing leap and it's gonna jump 15 feet out of the way. Just to safely remove itself. Zorn. You see the ground around it kind of like gravel inwards to it as if it was vacuuming it up. When really what you're seeing is it leaving the ground. And yet effortlessly glide through the earth without even disturbing a single rock. As the maw comes up ever so calmly to the first Derby. And it just throws its body forward. And it's going to take a bite. For 15 points of damage. Defoe. As he kind of gives off a little squeal. And that's just enough to knock him KO. He'll go into death saving throws. The Zorn then looks at the next one. And it'll throw one of its arms. The Verbene goes to dodge out of the way, and it's at disadvantage. Goes right into the ground and briefly disturbed, and then melds right with it. It burrows about just a little bit. It doesn't do anything in the sense of you guys not being able to hit it, but it shrinks a little in size. And it sits there. Miss Allie. The cavalry from down below.
She just runs across this bridge and start a multi-attack.
Damn. This Allie's huge. No purchase as it doesn't leave even a smudge mark. Then comes in for the claw. Soft paw bumps into it. It's like two sumo wrestlers just belly bumping with no purchase of damage to one another. She stands there disappointed. Sasha! What does he do? One Verbene is down. The other is proudly attempting to fight and stand their ground.
Can I move? Oh, Ellie's in the way.
No, that's just like, it was like a wall there. You're good. I think
Yeah,
that's
that was
all you own.
multi-attack.
Yeah, you good.
Stagger.
You got it.
We will see.
No purchase. Remember, flanking is advantageous when available. Not right now, but getting into it.
Oh
At
my
21,
God.
you see a pebble kind of like patch on the skin flank off. 4 points of damage. Again, you notice as if the weapons aren't super effective. Anything else for Sasha?
What do you do? The team tactics, right?
Yeah, you can provide aid.
She's doing some team tactics.
Got it. She motivates the rest of the Martin to hopefully rally Eagle the foe, and that'll give anyone advantage on their next melee attack against it. Orston, your stomach grumbles as something falls unconscious, and your natural bird-like instincts do get feverish, but you resist for now. But if two fall, you might be looking for a snack. What do you do?
Want to use cunning action to hide?
How do you attempt to hide? Do you attempt to move position or just kind of hide in the chaos?
Hide in the chaos, and I want to try and silently fly over the enemy and land behind it.
You got it. You give me a stealth check. Very good, very good. Go ahead and move your position. And then give me an insight check. You are none the wiser. Pills. Give me an insight check. Or, well, what's better, perception or insight, or are they the same?
For the pills?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same.
What are you good at?
Not wisdom.
God,
Anything not
it's
wisdom.
so tough. It's so tough that wisdom is like every survival thing.
Wisdom and strength are my dumb.
Give me a Arcana check. You look at this creature and you recognize one of its imbued eyes that's moving around as a focus, and it is tracking Orston. You recognize this gem to be a gem of trucing.
Can I act?
Yeah.
I think it can see you.
Orston, sorry, you may continue your turn.
So it did see me?
You hear pills suggesting such.
So I would not get a sneak attack.
You do because it's at advantage regardless.
I do get a sneak attack, you said?
You get advantage because it's flanked, so you get a sneak attack
Oh,
off an
I
advantage.
gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna stab it again with the dagger of venom.
All right, at advantage.
Advantage on the attack roll, right?
Correct.
Oh, you get advantage regardless if there's like an enemy within.
Yeah, that's
5
what I was trying to make very clear. Yeah, a 20. You absolutely hit it. You get another little flake of stone skin as you go to chip it off.
Damage roll?
Yep, damage roll.
Do I add sneak to the damage?
Yes. Or yeah, you can do that that way. Yep.
Yeah, as long as the enemy is threatened by another creature other than yourself,
Total of
you get sneak attack.
13 points. You see, as a big chunk of solid stone slate rips right off of it. As it does, it just reveals more dirt and more like gravel-like nature. So there's no seen flesh at this time to this creature, other than its very earthy state. Anything else for Orston?
I don't think I can do anything else at the moment.
Hazel, how do you act? You see the new friend swiftly acting to help, but this challenge does seem very unique. It's very resilient in this damage that you've been seeing everyone else dish.
I get out my bow again. Oops. Why is it not doing anything? Okay. And try to shoot it.
Yeah.
And misses.
Shattering. Orston, you put up your feather briefly to block the minor shrapnel debris that comes from the wrecked bow. Anything else?
Not that I know of, no. I'm staying there.
Will Defoe, roll me a Constitution saving throw, please. Whew, that one teased me for a second there. I was like, not Defoe, not Defoe. You see a little. He's fighting. He's fighting. There's enough enemies for me not to target him for the rest of this combat. I promise. You'll die on
Bill's,
his own.
There's like not a lot of room here.
Tough one.
Is there room for me to sneak?
Yeah, he's small. The Verbeens are small, so you can just swap with your.
I'd like to kind of sneak
Yep.
around all the way over here,
Okay.
and then maybe not there per se, but can I get up here?
It goes to grab you. Get over it. Yeah, yeah, good. You run up there.
What is hard? Sorry, I'm trying to. Apologies.
Control when highlighted to rotate it. Shift to drag it to a precise location on the map.
Yeah, 15-foot cube. 15-foot.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Can I talk to my teammates while it's not my turn, or only while it's my turn?
So when it's not your turn, it has to be the person's turn initiating it with you, and you can respond.
Okay.
Or I have to interrupt combat and describe something that you see because I demand a roll.
Okay.
A good question. Bills, you were thinking.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and cast Burning Hands on this creature. With this arc to just hit the creature.
Okay, I'll allow it. That is a dex.
It is.
My weakness. Didn't. Does anyone speak Turan? No.
What? Don't think so.
It just fails. It actually has a fighting chance in this case. Oof, that's scary. 14 points of damage. You do 14 points of fire damage as you see almost like this hard, very sturdy looking stone skin. The part that gets hit with the intense heat brittle into almost sandy grains and just fall off. As it speaks some kind of foreign tongue. It has a intelligence of enough to speak tongues. It is very clear that it is not just screaming and yelping odd noises. Very nice.
That's it from Pills.
Pills puts some serious damage on the board. Very nice. Martin is going to attack. Shoop. At advantage. Oops. Clicked it a billion times. We'll take them both.
Damn.
Martin is doing this for Wrath in his absence. Dink. For a total of taking on the weak spots in which you provided for them to hit. It is now the Zorn's turn. The Zorn enlarges itself yet again. As its arms swing out wildly first at your new friend. 20. 1 second. All right. Orston, you take a serious blow against you as you try to throw up your wings to defend yourself. Only 4 points. I'm rolling really low, guys. For 4 points of damage. But then another one. You take 2 more for a total of 3 as they just come in to pummel you like the final man in Mortal Kombat. Isn't it Gorgoth or something like that? What's his name? You guys know Mortal Kombat? The multi-forearmed guy.
Goro.
Goro, yeah. Goro comes in and you were ready for it. Orston plays. He's like, I got this. You just throw up your wings a little bit more tougher as you bat it away. But then something different comes over you. You feel something kind of pass through the feathers in a almost flossing-like nature, and you back away as your instincts kick in. Jesus, Orston, what is going on? You're pulling off another ridiculous defense as it goes to bite its massive maws with no success. It's gonna go in backhand its last attack. Oh wait, no, how many did I do? Nope, that's all of them. Ooh, he's out of time. Miss Ellie.
Miss Ellie. She tries again.
Nice defense, Orston. Jeez. Miss Ellie goes in at advantage this time.
Okay.
Going in with the 2 rake tactics.
Ellie.
Hitting the back of it just. There's no honey down here. This is a disaster. It makes very little attempts to bite it. It's just Miss Allie's match. This is not Miss Allie's nature. A den is to sleep in, not to have an adventure in. This is way too big for a bear. She licks it. Salty. Sasha, what does he do?
Sasha is trying to do a multi-attack again. No, it's not working. Oh, yeah.
Sasha goes in. Yeah, that misses. Misses, man. If only you guys were like in a natural gas area, the sparks would just light up everything ablaze.
Yeah.
Anything else for Sasha? Any movement, or do they stay there?
No. He's staying there.
Got it. Do you guys want to run through one more round, or do you want to pause it here?
I don't think we're gonna kill it in the
I don't
next
think so
round.
either.
No.
So we'll pause it here, and we'll wait for our good friend Wrath to reappear and be a bigger help, which I totally forgot to add him in this initiative, guys. No one caught it. Whoops. Remember right now. Oh no, that you guys left him. Never mind. He's not here
Yeah,
yet.
we
You
left
guys
him.
totally abandoned him. That's right. Martin is in his place. So okay, I didn't cheat you guys on anything. Cool. But yeah, we will see what happens next week. You guys sprung a trap. You're doing all right though. You're doing all right. Will Defoe be fine? I have faith in him. Yeah. Anything for me? Your tome will for sure be complete. You can whip it out to Deus Ex Machina.
Cool.
Anything else? Anything outside I may have been missing?
No, looking forward to next time.
Eric, I hope you had some fun, and hopefully we'll see more of you.
Yeah. It was fun.
Otherwise, we'll talk. I hope you guys have a good night, and we will see what happens next. Until then, have a good night.
Have a good one.
Thanks.
Bye.